Hi guys! Did you know that running in warm conditions can give you the same benefits as when running at high altitude? In this video, I will explain what happens when you run in high temperatures and how the heat can increase your Vo2max. Besides the benefits of running in warm weather, there are also some factors that actually can make your running form worse, and I will also talk about them. So I just got home from a vacation in Spain, and as it is in Spain in the summer, it's very hot. When it's hot like that, I often run early in the morning or late in the evening, but that's really the easy way out. If you're like me and want to develop as a runner, you should instead run when it's hot and thus become a faster runner. If you're unaccustomed to the heat, you will at first find it unbearable to run in the heat, but your body must have time to adapt. What will happen when it's warm outside is that the temperature in the body rises and then your body tries to cool it, and there are some ways it can do that. The largest part takes place by convection, and that is when the body transports blood from the inner parts of the body to the nearest skin in order to cool the blood. And this can often be seen on the body as your blood vessels become more visible on the skin when you run in the heat. When the body cools you by transporting large part of the blood to the skin, the muscles' access to the blood then decreases. And this solution will make the body prioritize cooling you down and uses a lot of blood for it, instead of letting it go to the muscles where it transports oxygen, for example. So you then get a reduced blood plasma, but this is in the short run. Since the body is exposed to stress, it wants to change something to reduce stress. And to cope with this stress and the increased demand for blood and oxygen to the muscles, you then get an increased blood volume after a while. The effect is noticeable already after a week of training in the heat. When the blood volume increases, the body will now get more blood to cool down and the muscles more oxygenated blood to work with. More blood plasma increases the heart strokes volume and gives, among other things, higher Vo2max at the same effort. If after running in heat for 1 to 2 weeks and then running in cooler temperatures, you will notice an improved oxygen uptake and an improvement in your running. Increased blood volume doesn't guarantee increased red blood cells as high altitude training will give you, but studies have found a connection between heat training and an improved Vo2max. And I will leave a link to one of these studies among cyclists in the description. I have personally noticed a big improvement in my running when I have run in the heat during a holiday and then come home and run in cooler weather. However, not everything is an effect of my increase in blood plasma, but it's also a mental thing when I'm from running in heat and high humidity can run in cooler weather and less humidity. If you live somewhere that causes a sudden heat wave, I can recommend you to continue training as usual, but of course with common sense. When it then gets cooler, you will get a boost in your training. It can be common to skip a few workouts when there is a heat wave for a few days or go to the gym, but don't do that. Keep on running, but you might need to slow down and have respect for the heat, of course. In addition to cooling the blood by transporting it to the skin, the body also cools itself by sweating, and it's the most effective way to cool the body. So another advantage of running in the heat is therefore also that the body trains to sweat. It's been shown that by training in high heat, the body can learn to sweat 3 times as much as normal, which helps the body to cool itself. Okay, so that was a couple of the benefits of running in heat. But one of the problems with running in heat can also be that you don't run with the same intensity as you do when it's cooler. Sure, you get as tired because it's hot, but because you run slower when it's hot, you don't push your muscles and tendons as much as usual. So one way can therefore be to sometimes try to cool down the body when you run to also get those high quality workouts, or if you're going to run a race in high heat. You can cool your body by drinking cold water, and some runners also put ice inside their sports bra or in their cap. But keep in mind that running in the heat will give you training stimulus, like speed and hill training will give you. When you do something that the body is not used to, it becomes stressed and wants to adapt to the new conditions, which makes you a better runner. If we runners constantly do the same thing day in and day out, the body will adapt to it and you will not develop as a runner. Try to see training in heat as a way to enhance your fitness and running form. If you're not in a place where it's hot but still want to boost your training or prepare for a race that will be run in hot weather, you can still stimulate the warm conditions. If you have a treadmill at home, you can increase the heat in that room, or you can put on some extra clothes when you're out running. It's nothing I tried myself, but I've seen elite runners who have an important race in a hot and humid country prepare that way. Have you experienced the benefits of training in the heat yourself, or do you just think it's awful? Please comment below and have a nice run, and I see you soon. Bye!